Hi everyone, my name is Lorraine Makumbe and I'm a health and well-being coach and health wellbeing expert. Today we're here to talk about emotions given this current situation or current climate rather in our community. And I'm here with Melton City Council Learning Directorate. So emotions can be very scary, quite concerning for most of us. And at times we might turn to strategies or ways of coping. For example, we might do some video game playing. We might want to do more shopping or more eating to distract us from the core reason or the core issue why we're feeling the way we're feeling. Now, today we're going to talk about what is important for us to focus on so that we can decode and decipher messages that are underlying within our emotions, and then talk about strategies of helping us cope in situations where we can't change the situation, but help us in understanding how we can feel better and then change our ways of doing things. Our emotions are valuable once we understand how to manage them and how to use them within our relationships, be it at work, at school, at home, really any relationship, whether it be with ourselves or with other people. So the way we manage our emotions will help us with the way we interact with other people in general. If we can handle our emotions effectively, it will help us with an improved immune system and also with a general mental health well-being. Therefore, we won't be catching diseases or getting sick easily. So it's important, once again, for us to be able to understand what emotions are being triggered and how we can have cope, or what strategies we can use to change the way we're feeling. So our emotions are an interplay between our thoughts and our physical sensations within our bodies. So if you think about an emotion itself is your thoughts, so what are you thinking and how your body is reacting to it. So let's talk about a few examples that we might be familiar with when we think about emotion and we see what the thought is and what the physical sensation is. For example, if you're feeling happy, so emotion is happy, your thought might be giddy, excitement, and then the physical attribute to that might be your heart is pounding, you're feeling a bit of muscle tightness or what we call butterflies. Another example is anxiety. So our emotion is anxiety, but our thought might be fear, with the fear of unknown, the fear of what's to come. And the physical sensation to that, associated with that, would be, again, maybe your heart is pounding or you're feeling muscle tightness. So really, if you look at these two examples, the physical attributes are actually quite similar, because your heart might be pounding due to happiness or you might be pounding due to anxiety. So this example shows us that what determines really whether we feel happy or anxious are our thoughts. So focusing on your thoughts and attempting to have strategies to change your thoughts will then help us or support us in feeling in a more positive way or a different way from where we were feeling before. So today at the Melton City Learning Directorate, we're going to try out 3 different things or 3 different ways to be able to help us, support us in our emotional well-being. So the first way is, can we please identify our emotions? So we need to decode what is going on. And then the second point is we need to ask ourselves, how does this make us feel? Then the third part is we need to take action, depending on whether we can change our feeling or thoughts, or if we need to come up with another strategy to help us with our feeling. To help us figure out how we're feeling, there is 4 emotions that we'll look at today. So the 4 emotions are anxiety, sadness, happiness, and anger. We'll talk more about what it is that we're talking about: anxiety, sadness, anger, or happiness. So if we look at the emotions again and think about that first example of emotion is equal to thought and then physical sensation. For anxiety, the thoughts are what if thoughts. What if I lose my job? What if I'm late for my meeting? What if I miss the bus? And then the physical sensation associated with that is, again, muscle tightness, your heart is pounding, you might be sweating. So again, think about, this is the feeling, this is the thought that you're having, and this is the physical sensation that you're feeling in your body. Emotion of sadness is characterized by your thoughts again and your physical sensation. The thoughts might be negative thoughts about the past, negative thoughts about things that you have experienced, and the physical sensation might be crying, feeling heavy, empty, and having lack of concentration. An emotion of anger is characterized by thoughts of how you or your values have been attacked, and feelings of, again, feeling your heart is pounding, muscle tightness, clenched jaw, or maybe clenched fist, as a physical sensation to express how you're actually truly feeling inside. Emotion of happiness is characterized by, again, thoughts, so positive thoughts of what you've gained. Maybe you've you've gotten a new job or new apartment, someone gave you a compliment, and the physical sensation, you might be giddy, you might be smiling, you might be laughing, and sometimes crying as well. So again, when you look at our feelings or our physical sensations as a result of an emotion, we might still be feeling the same, but the emotion is different. So the takeaway message out of this is that you might have different emotions, but similar physical sensations. So it's important for us to be able to identify what is the actual emotion that I'm exerting here, and then what strategies can I use then to improve the way I'm feeling or to improve my physical sensation. So you have figured out what you're feeling. The next part is to identify the message of your emotion. For example, in anxiety, what are you afraid of? For an emotion of sadness, what have I lost? What have I lost? For an emotion of anger, how have I or my values been attacked? And for an emotion of happiness, what have I gained? Now that we've been able to identify the underlying message of your emotion, for example, what is that you're afraid of, or how your values have been attacked, or what it is that you're happy or excited about. Now it's time for us to see what we can do to resolve the situation. For example, if your lease in your apartment or the house you're currently renting has run out, instead of being anxious of the future or where am I going to live, you can approach different real estate agents and see what listings they have for new apartments so you can go and view them. Or, for example, if you're running late for your doctor's appointment or a meeting, you can call in to reschedule or to apologize for you being late so that they can at least, give you an extra 15, 20 minutes to travel so you can arrive in time without feeling further anxiety. If there isn't a clear thing that you can do to resolve the situation or a solution to the problem, it's time for you now to determine how you're going to cope with the emotion. So we can't get rid of the emotion, but remember we said your emotion is characterized by your thoughts and your physical sensation. So what can we do then to sort of change how we feel from a physical sensation point of view and how we're thinking or what our outlook or perception of the situation is? So our emotional toolkit, so we are calling it today at the Melton City Learning and Directory Center. Today we're calling it an emotional toolkit, which is coping skills that you can use, but these are different from person to person, given your physiology, your personality, and then accessibility to the strategies that we're going to be sharing with you today. So the first strategy that I'll share with you today is meditation. So meditation can be quiet meditation or it can be guided meditation. There's several videos that you can access on YouTube, and we'll put some links for you that you can access for apps that are reputable. So once you finish watching this video, you can go down in the links or search on your learning directory here at Melton City Council to find further information on helping you how to meditate. The second strategy that you can use is exercise. So you can run if you prefer, walk, jog, swim, even deep breathing exercises as part of exercising to deal with maybe stressful or anxiety symptoms. You can also listen to music, depending on what you like, to relax you or to get you excited. Another coping skill as well, or mechanism, is to either read, pick a favorite book, or to write. So writing down your thoughts and just deloading them and putting them down on paper can help you cope with feeling or really changing how your perception about your situation. The next strategy is connecting with others. So social connectivity, even though it's quite challenging during this climate that we're in, there are other tools that you can use, your Facebook or Twitter, phone calls, FaceTime, so that you can still feel that connectivity whilst we're apart. The sixth and final strategy is seeking professional help. So sometimes we might be unable to decipher or decode underlying messages that are within our emotions. And even if we use the strategies mentioned earlier, we might still be feeling quite down or, quite different from where we would want to feel. So this is the time for you to then seek professional help via your counselor. It can be your psychologist. It can be through your GP. You can access also people like the Black Dog Institute. We can also access Beyond Blue and other resources that you can search here at Melton City Learning Directory to help you cope and support you through these challenging times. I would like to point out that if you look at the strategies that we've discussed, you can actually make a combination of the strategies and to make them into one. So as part of connectivity, you can do an online class or virtual exercise class with your friends and family. So you're still maintaining connectivity and exercising. You can listen to music or write music. You can meditate whilst it's guided by music. So you can really find a combination of the strategies and see what works best for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you need further information on how to manage your emotions, please go to the Melton City Council Learning Directory for more information. Thank you.